Hello, everyone. Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. This is Petal. How are you all doing? Hope you are having a fantastic sleep wherever you are, because this is a very, very late night, very early morning at 2 a.m. recording of this podcast. So wherever you are, either you're just awake or you are sleeping, and you will get this at some point when I'm done recording it. But how are you all doing? Hope you are great. Hope you've had a great time. Just, following our faves, doing whatever they're doing. I know today, obviously, very exciting. Today, we all went mute. As Beyonce's song says, we all go mute. So we're all muting anything from Shutter Island that is distracting about our faves, that we know they're trying to distract attention or just say stupid stuff. So we would come on under their posts and give them engagement. Today until the 16th, we have gone mute. So some of us are struggling because we want to respond, but for the most part, everyone has been following it and everybody's been mute. And all we have been doing for the entire day is just posting and posting and posting about Invictus Games, the heart of Invictus, the WellChild Awards. It's been trending the entire day because we refuse to engage with Shutter Island. So it goes until the 16th, to the end of Invictus. And so hopefully, the temptation to go and read and post nonsense from the British press, hopefully, we're able to hold it. But it's been wonderful to see WellChild trend, to see Invictus Games trend, and all of that stuff. And today, everyone was sending out their people off to Dusseldorf. So we'll get to that in a second. But big, our big news of the day really about our Prince, awesome Prince Harry, is that he breezed into the UK, as my title will say. He breezes into the UK to the WellChild Awards, and then he pieced on out right away. But this is Harry strolling into the WellChild Awards, and as I understand it, it was a secret location, so the press didn't know. At least the tabloid press didn't know where it was going to be, and they obviously invited certain media to be there. Hello Magazine, or Hello whatever news outlet. They have been with the organization since 90 something, whenever they started it, and so they were the official press. So obviously they know, and the families know, and the guests know, but the tabloid press did not know where they were going to meet. And so yeah, so it's been amazing because Harry looking all prim and proper and just all moisturized and shaved and looking healthy and wonderful. So here he is at the we're coming into the WellChild Awards, and it's just as we know, it's just one of those things with Harry. It's just the event, or the engagement, you could say, you know, what the royals called it, an engagement, is apparently the first one that goes on his calendar. He will not miss this for anything. Last year, of course, he missed it because it was the Queen died on the same day. It's like Betty just, she just went out on World Child Award. They continued the awards, but I think it was an abbreviated part. Obviously, Harry and Meghan weren't there to meet the families, which Harry met months later via Zoom, which they posted online for us to see. So, wonderful time had by all. And as usual, the kids are so amazing, and so this is Harry here meeting some of the kids. And it was just like, Harry have this incredible relationship with the kids, or at least an incredible bond, because some of them he's meeting for the first time. And so he just has a way with kids where he's able to relate to them, where he's able to you know connect with them in ways. And so it's really great to to see his bond with the kids and with the staff as well, that they have a great time for the WellChild Awards. And so he also presented an award, and then he also gave a speech. Yeah, so Harry gave a speech, obviously, and at the end, and he actually, remembered his grandmother, obviously, and he basically said that if she, last year he couldn't be there. And so that the queen would have been the first to say, to not come to her, but to go and be with the kids and be at the awards. So he knows that she's smiling down and happy on them that they are able to be together today. And he also talked about being a dad, and it's like, I have a dad of 2 kids, and 3 dogs, so really 5 souls. So he basically responsible for 5 souls, his 2 kids and 3 dogs. And so um, he also apparently told one of the kids that Meghan was very upset that she couldn't come, but that they have a really busy week ahead. So I guess with, again, they do have 2 kids, and then with Invictus coming up, it would have been much for Meghan to be there. Obviously, we are happy that Meghan isn't there, that she's far away from the UK. And, especially in light of some stuff that came out today, we're very happy that that decision was made, that Meghan is nowhere near the UK, that they're continue to freeze them out. So wonderful time had by all at the WellChild Awards. And this story is so cute. And I hope it's so funny. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see Harry in it, but I was just like, oh, I just had like a fantasy in my head of Harry putting on the T-shirt, changing out of his jacket, putting on the T-shirt on his way to Germany, as we know, and as is reported actually, that Harry pieced out of England right after the awards. Actually, the awards didn't end yet. After his speech, he met everyone, and then after his speech, he got into his car, and it is thought that he jetted off to the Invictus Games in Germany. So, which is what I thought the last episode anyway. This is what I was saying. I don't see Harry. There's no reason for him to stay in the UK. Like, for what reason? The best thing to do would be to go to Germany and rest up tomorrow, because the games is the next day. And the opening ceremony is the next day, and he then has to fly to the radio station and to do like an interview thing. And so it's best that he does the award, go to Germany and rest up there. Sure, there's a bit of jet lag and all of that stuff. Get some sleep, and then yeah. So I never thought that he would be. Of course, the UK have their whole like, oh my gosh, Willie, um they were jonesing in the fact that, like, oh, the king is not going to meet him. He's not going to meet Prince William because they're mad at him and all of this nonsense. And Harry was like, look, I am coming for the WellChild Awards, and I'm peacing out. I am not here for any of you. And so I love it. Harry, I mean, you half expected him to see, because we're used to him with the hanger from the coronation that nobody asked for. And so, yeah, I almost expected to see a photo of Harry running off to the airport with a hanger again. So, but nobody knew when he came in. They just saw him walk into the building. We just saw videos and pictures of him walk into the building where they had the awards, and then we have not seen him again. So there are no photos or anything. So nobody knows how he got there. Nobody knows how he left. So that's the one thing I love about Harry. He knows. I mean, the guy is military, so he knows how to disappear. He knows how to be stealth. And so it is really wonderful that he's able to do that. And obviously, I wouldn't trust any of the Met Police or any of those people to be anywhere around Harry or Meghan. Those people are not to be trusted. So, anyway, so this story is kind of cool. This story is the little boy who made the T-shirt for Harry. That's a hockey T-shirt, a hockey shirt, and of course they put Harry's name in the back. And it's just like, it is so good. These kids are going through so many challenges, and they're always thinking of how to give back. And of course, that's what the awards is about. It's about how they can, how they find inventive ways to give back. And so it is just wonderful that he's going through all these challenges and he's making a T-shirt for Harry, and so I was like, oh, I'd love to see Harry in that T-shirt one day. But the Belfast Telegraph, because the little child is from Belfast. Well, it's not little, it's 15. It just looks little. He's 15. His name is Blake. It's Blake McCaughey. 15 from Tandragee, has spent most of his life fighting illness after being born, I'm sorry, he has spent most of his life fighting illness after being born with two chromosome deletions and abnormal muscle fibers. On Thursday night, he was snapped fist bumping Prince Harry as he received an Inspirational Young Person's Award alongside George Hall from Skipton, North Yorkshire. Blake and his family gifted the Duke a personalized green ice hockey shirt with his name on the back. Harry used his first appearance in the UK since June to reflect on the events of 12 months ago when he was forced to miss the awards as he rushed to Balmoral in Aberdeen after his grandmother fell ill. He said the Queen Elizabeth II is looking down on all of us as he spoke fondly of the late monarch on the eve of the anniversary of her death. As you know, I was unable to attend the awards last year as my grandmother had passed away, the Duke added. So yeah, it was just a really cool event, and all the kids that he met. And I especially love, like, for me, because I hadn't noticed before, like, a black family there. I know their black family is part of the awards, but I hadn't seen one. And so it was wonderful to see a top right here, this little boy. And I was trying to, for some reason, I thought they had said that he does music, and I was trying to find the article where it said that, or if it was a video I heard it, but I couldn't. And so I have to confirm that he was the one that was sharing his music with Harry, which is what I thought. And then the little girl on top left, she's a little dancer. She's like spinning around and dancing, and I was like, oh. It was so cute. And I think she was dancing on stage as well. So it was just wonderful. And then Harry in the bottom with the little girl that he presented. I think she was the youngest awardee there that he presented the award to. So very awesome. They all, of course, had a wonderful time until next year. And then, oh my goodness, this morning I woke up to this wonderful, wonderful interview with Gabe on CBS. And it was just like, we were all thanking CBS and Gail King and the morning crew, the morning team there at CBS. They did such a wonderful job with this interview with Gabe. And you can see his beautiful daughter. They're so beautiful, such beautiful people, with the CBS crew there, and talking all about the heart of Invictus, and also really also too about Gabe's life, and from his childhood, the abusive childhood, to being in the military, to having his injury when his daughter, I think his daughter's mom was pregnant with her at the time, and just the struggles that he goes through. But he thinks, for him it's just like, look, whatever the struggle is, I have to be my best, because if I'm not my best, then what am I going to give to my daughter? So he is just a living example of what he wants his daughter to learn, and how he wants her to look at life. And it's just really awesome. Of course, they asked him about Prince Harry, and he talked about, Prince Harry, them talking like Prince Harry's a brother, and how Harry never looked down on him or anything like that. And, so it was just really, really wonderful interview. I was like, yeah, yeah. So we were like tweeting it all over. And so, and then Invictus Games, they tweeted at and tagged CBS, thanking them for welcoming Gabe, and, and speaking to him. And I'm telling you, Gabe is like the perfect person to promote Heart of Invictus. The guy is amazing, so inspiring, also so well spoken, and he just is the heart of Invictus. And so I was just like, you know what, if Dave, Harry, and those guys are thinking this through, they'll just let Gabe go around promoting this thing. He is such an ambassador for everything, just his heart, his mindset, his attitude, everything is just the heart of Invictus. And the interview, I posted it on our community page, so hope you guys were able to watch it. And so he talked about pickleball. That's his new thing, and I think he's probably trying to introduce it to the games, which I hope he has. But they were asking him, like, what does he do? And so he is like, he works with a I guess a pickleball club that go around and they teach veterans how to, build community around playing pickleball. And it's like, as he said, it's like it's healing, but it's sort of disguised as fun, And so the Billings Gazette, which is Billings, Montana, Gabe was out there and, getting the vets out there, Montana and all of that community out there, Wyoming, and all of those have a huge military community out there. I know because I went and performed out there for the military before, and they have an incredible military family out there. A lot of them are vets who are out there, and so I wasn't surprised to see this, that he was out there. So he was in Montana. It says, so the Montana Gazette says, Navy veteran Gabe George has philosophy about pickleball. The sport is medicine. The sport is community, and everyone can play it. He doesn't claim that last part lightly. It is why he led a series of pickleball clinics this week across Montana through Montana's Veterans Affairs whole through Montana's Veterans Affairs Whole Health Program, which aims to support veterans through their reintegration in creative ways. But George said he also knew that for a while he found peace in athletics, there were still thousands of veterans still struggling to reintegrate into the non-military world. That's how he fell into the world of military adaptive sports, he said, which is a nonprofit dedicated to helping disabled vets or veterans through adaptive pickleball, racquetball, and badminton. And so he's going around and he's teaching that. And so I'm assuming he's probably going to lobby to get that into maybe the next Invictus Games. So it'll be awesome. So that's what he does. And it's really, really wonderful to see how he has turned his pain and he has turned his injury and all of those things into something so beautiful. He's still in pain. He talks about his pain also, that, so many people try to give him all kinds of drugs and stuff for the pain. It's like, you know what, if you numb the pain, you also numb the pleasure. And so if you're always, drugged up because you don't want to feel pain, you won't be able to experience pleasure as well. And so the guy is amazing. And so kudos to Nate. I'm sorry, to Gabe. I was calling him Nate, to Gabe. And, his family. His daughter is so beautiful. And of course, we saw his aunt in the in the documentary or the docu-series. So I'm telling you, Gabe is awesome. So we will keep promoting Gabe and the heart of Invictus and the Invictus Games. And then the U.S. sent their, it's so funny. I love how the different countries do this. They just make a big deal out of it. They each country is like sending a delegation with their team, and it's just like the cheering squad, and the delegations are there and the families are there and the athletes are there, and it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So today, or yesterday, President Biden announced the presidential delegation to attend the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf, Germany. I'm just going to move myself out of the way there so that I can read this. And it says, President Joseph R. Biden Jr. today announced the designation of a presidential delegation to Germany to attend the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games on Saturday, September 9th. More than 550 wounded service members will represent 21 countries in 10 adaptive sports at the Invictus Games. The Honorable Bill Nelson, NASA administrator, will lead the delegation. And there's like a whole list of delegations, but along with him, there's the Honorable Dr. Amy Gutmann, who's the U.S. ambassador to the Federal Republic of Germany, the Honorable Carlos del Toro, Secretary of the United States Navy, and a list of other people that's going to be in the delegation for the United States. So it's awesome. People are like, why? There was kind of feeling kind of way that Dr. Biden, Jill Biden, couldn't be there. She wasn't there last year. And then she wouldn't be there this time, and at first I was like, oh, and then she got COVID a few days ago. Now she's clear. But then I've also, I was thinking about it. It's like Dr. Biden is a teacher. She's a professor. School just started. Of course, she's not going to be able to come. She's in school. And so she's teaching. And so I was just like, oh, okay. Because I too, I was hoping it's like, oh, last year, with the war and all of that stuff, I understood like, yeah, no, that might not be the best thing to be doing. But this year I was thinking, oh, she'll come. And I completely forgot the woman is a professor and school just started. She's in school teaching. She can't be going off to the Invictus Games while she's in school teaching. And so I was just like, oh, she actually works for a living. Yes, she does. Dr. Biden is a professor. So so very exciting. All the teams are, they're on their way, or a lot of them have arrived already. And so there are all these welcoming committees for them as they arrive. And Boeing is like, um, cheering everybody on, and like Boeing UK, they flew the UK team to Germany, so they posted about the team that an honor it was to fly them, and it was just like, oh, it was just so cool. I just absolutely love how they just go all out for the vets, and it's so great. I mean, I'm so happy for Team UK, even though I come down on their press and all of that and their royal family. Team UK, I love. I mean, they are veterans, and so I was just really happy to see that it seemed like they'll have some more support this time. I hope, fingers crossed, and that hopefully they have a big delegation that could cheer them on. This would have been the thing. The royal family, who is the head of the British military, should have been the one supporting the British team, and they haven't been. And so it's just really gross. They want to dress up in these people's costumes, but they don't want to really support veterans. And so it's just really, really ridiculous that it's like, but you all just gave yourself these posts the other day, you know what I mean? These titles the other day. And here you are, the veterans are going off, and not a word. That just tells you it's all just, it's for play. It's for show. None of this is real to these people at all. But anyway, we are excited about all the wonderful teams that are coming in. Still waiting for Nigeria and Colombia to arrive. I'm assuming they'll arrive tomorrow. But very, very, very exciting to be just. I mean, that's all we were tweeting today. Invictus Games and WellChild. So what else? Okay, there is going to be a Sussex Community Watch Party for the opening ceremony on Saturday. So the Sussex Community Events, they are awesome. It says Sussex Community Events will host a watch party for the Invictus Games opening ceremony on Saturday, September 9th, starting at 11 a.m. New York City or the Eastern Time. It says, please join the Sussex Squad Global Community on Saturday, September 9th to watch the live stream opening ceremony of the Invictus Games together. The invitation link for the event will be posted for the Rave Community Room before 11 a.m. on Saturday. So please download the Rave app ahead of the party. So, and I'm going to put, when they gave us the link, I will post it in our community page. And if you don't have rave.io, I don't know what that is. I don't have it either. So I'll have to go check it out. Or you can do that, the Sussex Squad Community Watch Party, and be, watching it with a bunch of other squaddies. Or you could just jump on the Invictus Dusseldorf YouTube page. They'll have it there as well, and the link for that obviously is in our community page as well. So this is like okay, of course they are. I'm telling you, when suits are not breaking records and setting records, we'll be like, what? Because this is now the norm. The norm is that Suits is breaking record and making history. That is just the norm. We're just so used to it. Now it's like next, of course, of course, of course. So our top 10 streaming list is out. Suits ranked number one, over 3 billion minutes viewed across Netflix and Peacock. And so obviously Suits, you can see, is number one. And Variety wrote another article on this. I didn't even read the article. You just know what it is. It says Suits has been watched by 26.5 billion. I'm sorry, Suits has been watched for 26.5 billion minutes total across Netflix and Peacock for the last 8 weeks, with August 7th to 13th viewing window marked its 7th week in a row, crossing the 3 billion minute mark. And this is the first time ever, 7 times in a row, 3 billion. It's just amazing. Suits is doing amazing. And again, hopefully they're working out their residuals for the actors, but I'm telling you, the Megan effect is amazing. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, I think did I do it before? I just completely forgot. Someone was on Twitter, they're like, so shocked. I mean, like I keep saying, like people are still discovering that the Rachel on Suits is Meghan, who's married to Prince to Prince Harry. It was so funny. This guy was like so shocked, and people are like, "Yeah, you're late, but welcome." And squatties were posting wedding pictures under his tweet. It was just like, oh my gosh. It was so cool. It was so funny. But it's wonderful to see people discover and like all of a sudden put it together and it's like, what? How? Where? Really? It's really, really funny to watch. But Suits again, number one, 26.5 billion minutes watch of Suits. And yeah, first one to ever hit 3 billion 7 straight weeks. So kudos to Suits. Breaking records. Yes. And jumping over the Shutter Island for a second, staying under Sussex says, Met Police ex-officers admit to sending racist WhatsApp messages. And from the Telegraph says, five Met Police officers admit exchanging racist messages involving the Duchess of Sussex. The five former officers all pled guilty to sending offensive messages on WhatsApp at Westminster Magistrate Court. So all these men are most likely going to go to jail. They've admitted that they've done it. Not that there was any question as to whether they did it or not. They did. But they, acknowledged that, yes, we did it in front of the judge. So it'll be interesting to see what the sentencing would be for these men. And finally, our girls, Coco, well, at least my girl, Coco Gauff, won her semifinal match. So she is going on to the finals on Saturday. And she's going to be playing Anya Sabalenka. And she played Madison Keys tonight. And I thought Madison was going to win. But, having watched Madison Keys' career, tonight's match is just, emblematic of what her career has been, where she starts out good. I mean, she has some really big shots. She's just not been able to put it together to win the big one. I mean, she was up 6-love. She smoked Sabalenka in the first set, 6-love, and up 5-3 serving for the match. Lost the second set, was up 4-2 in the third, lost the third set, and so she is out, and Sabalenka is in. Great job by Sabalenka coming back. She was down and out the entire match. She was never ahead in this match until she won. And so kudos to her, even though I really would have rather Madison Keys, because Sabalenka screams and grunts so loudly that it's just like, I think I'm going to watch it, but have the volume on mute. That's another thing I'm going to be mute about, is that one. Because she's just so loud. It's like, oh my girl, turn yourself off, mute yourself. But no such luck. But a great player anyway. She's now going to be the number one player in the world, and she's going to be playing Coco, and Coco obviously beat Makova tonight. Yeah, earlier tonight. And so she is on. She didn't. It's so funny. She didn't actually even play her best. There's just a lot of errors and stuff like that. So she is gonna have to really up her game, and really her consistency and all of that stuff with Sabalenka. Sabalenka is dangerous. You just kind of never know what you get from Sabalenka, and I think that's probably what makes her so exciting. And hopefully she's mutes herself a bit. Tonight's match with Coco, these climate protesters, one game into the second set, they started protesting up at the and like the tall at the top the balcony at the top. One of the protesters literally glued himself to the floor and the seat. And so NYPD had to come and extract him from the stadium. I think the match was delayed by about 30, 40 minutes around there before the players were allowed back on. And then Coco went off on to win. I would have been really upset if that had happened and Coco lost her concentration and lost. That would have been bad. But she wasn't actually angry at the climate protesters. She's like, you know what? I believe in people speaking out. She just wished they didn't do it in the middle of her match. But she doesn't hold any ill will against them. I hold ill will against them, even though I support climate. The activism for climate. The climate activism. I totally. But it was just I was very irritated. I was like, you better not cost Coco this match, but it didn't, and she's now the winner. So kudos. I look forward to watching it, and I will wear earplugs or watch it in mute so I don't have to listen to Sabalenka. But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was a little short one, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our awesome moderators who are there's not going to be any moderation for this one. I'm just going to drop it. But thank you to our wonderful moderators, Lydia Church, Nelly, Karen M, Cookies and Cream, and Black Queen. Thank you so much for keeping our space always safe and wonderful and fun. So thank you so much. Thank you to our Gold Star supporters who support in the chat, whether it's donation or purchase super stickers or super chat. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you to our awesome 2 Cents crew members who support the channel monthly. I appreciate you so much that you help me pay for all the stuff that I do here. So and thank you to all of you who subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, if you're new here or you just haven't done it, please go ahead and subscribe. Help us to build the channel, and please like and share this video and spread the word about Facts and 2 Cents. It would be much, much, much appreciated. So thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time. Bye.